So this is rolling. Pretty much I'm doing this mainly for me. But I'm trying to figure out where my camera is. Um, Pretty much I'm gonna do this for me, but if it helps people out, fantastic. I'm gonna try doing this once a week where I find a phrase or a word that really helps me throughout the week or whatever I'm doing. Um, since this is my first one, I'm actually gonna do two. The first one is decide. The word's decide. And a lot of these words are going to end up being words that come from phrases mainly that I've condensed down to a word, but it's from a quote. So I will tell you guys the quote and then end up or the word and probably the quote as well. So and sometimes it may just be the entire quote, but this first one is the words decide. And it's actually from a quote from Will Smith. I actually got it pulled up here on my computer so I don't miss it. But this is word for word, and if I type this out wrong on my computer, I apologize to anybody who ends up seeing this and knows the quotes. So, but the phrase is make a choice. Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. That one's been ringing a lot in my head for the last 6 months, and I just haven't done it. Pretty much my entire life has just been about going with the flow, never deciding anything. And yeah, but and it's gotten me into trouble financially, emotionally, everything else. And I'm finally deciding to decide on things and make the choice, which segues into the second word, which is sacrifice slash. What's the other word I had for it? Was yourself, is what it was. Make the choice that you're going to make because it's for you. Helping other people, that's great. That's fantastic. It can help you in many ways. But you got to also take care of yourself. And my problem was I was trying to help everybody else and please everybody else in my life that I never took time to really think about me and decide things for me. I'd help decide and make choices and for people that really needed it, and just devote my time and everything else that I had to other people, and never really doing things for me. But you gotta, at some point, you gotta just decide on something, and you just gotta do it. No matter who thinks it's nuts and crazy. There's actually a quote by Arnold Schwarzenegger that says, do what, I can't remember exactly what it says, but pretty much it's like, do what you love no matter how crazy it may sound to other people. Which is what I'm pretty much doing now. I've decided on something, and it's gonna pretty much screw over my brother. And my parents may not like the choice, I don't know, or agree with it at this point in time in my life, but I'm gonna do it because it's what I want to do. It's something I've been wanting to do for years and always talked myself out of it. Pretty much, I should just tell you guys the decision. I'm living in Utah. I'm living in Logan. I've always, the past, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years, I've wanted to move to St. George. I love it down there. I always thought it was beautiful down there. I always thought it was kind of a central hub to everything I wanted. Because I love going to California. I love Vegas. I love hiking. And it's kind of just, it's an hour or two away from some great heights, an hour away from Zion's. It's an hour, 2 hours from Vegas, 5 hours from the beach in Cali, where I would love to go all the time. And, it's still a good 5, 6 hours away from my parents. So if I want to take a weekend and visit my family, I could, but I'm far enough away that I'm disconnected from my family, which is something I feel I need. Wow, that was kind of like a gangster move. Sorry, my bad. I'm not a gangster by any means. But I'm moving down to St. George as soon as I can. I have no clue how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to afford it, but I'm going to do it. And right now, the reason it's going to screw over my brother is because we're in a contract with an apartment, and I'm going to pretty much screw him over by moving out. And I don't know how my parents would feel about me moving down to St. George with my financial situation and everything that's going on. But, and a few friends I know are not going to like the idea because that means I'm moving farther away from them. But I feel that I need to do it. I need to get away. And I'm living an hour and a half, not even that, like an hour away from that old life where I grew up isn't enough. In my heart, I'm like a beach bum. I mean, I'm still an easygoing guy, but I've always imagined myself kind of living on a beach. And I know St. George isn't a beach; it's a desert, but it's more. From all the times I've been down there, it's more my style, I guess. Is the best way to phrase it. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. And I only realized this when I realized that I had to decide on something, a big thing, which is something I was always afraid of doing. I mean, I can make little choices where to go eat, where to go do this, blah, 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 blah. But big life, major things, I always wish-washed. I'm going to move to Logan. I'm not going to move. I mean, my parents constantly joke about that. Every day was a different decision. I was going to move here. Next day I was going to move here. Next day I was going to move here. It was always something different. I could never actually decide, and I ended up just doing whatever at the last second, which is why I moved up to Logan. And unfortunately, Logan has not really worked out for me, and I need to get out. And it's been an eye-opener for sure. But yeah, so the 2 words for this week are decide and yourself / sacrifice. I'm making, as far as sacrifice, I'm actually getting good with a few friends again, hanging out with them, and now I'm all of a sudden moving, I'm going with my family, but I'm not going to sacrifice and move away, where I'm not going to be able to see them as often. I'm sacrificing a good paying job, probably 2 not good paying jobs just to survive down there. I'm sacrificing school at the moment. Pretty much I'm sacrificing a lot to just do this. And I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to take it, as weird as it sounds, I need to take a step backwards. I need to take that step backwards, which some people see as a failure. For the longest time I did. I thought I can't go back because it's failing. And I hate to do that. But right now I feel like that's the best thing for me. I feel like I need to take that step back to take that next step forward in the right direction instead of just taking steps forward that aren't really doing anything and leading me off these paths that don't do anything for me. So decide and sacrifice / yourself, taking care of yourself. So those are the 2 words. I'm going to try doing this once a week. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so until next week, later.